Rogue Amendiaries. Damn, that's a good sounding name. She is the epitome of 80s punk rock culture. She's got that custom faded on one side while the other side is fully grown. Sorry, I'm not a barber, so I don't know what the style is called. All I know is it looks cool. She was also Johnny's on-again and off-again girl. Come on, Johnny. Do you love her? Do you not love her? Do you love her? Do you not love her? It's just so confusing. This fool played with her feelings so much, she ended up having a kid with someone else. See, guys, if you snooze, you lose. Just don't be a douche. Just don't be a douche. What is up, guys? It's Fish Bosh, and today we are doing a breakdown of Rogue Amendiaries. And so lately I have been posting a lot of Outriders. I've been posting some Destiny stuff, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I feel like having a variety on my channel. When I started the YouTube channel, I wanted to have multiple games on there anyways. So Outriders coming out soon and the demo being out is one of the reasons why I'm publishing and making a lot of videos for that game. I'm sticking to a schedule where I release content about Cyberpunk lore every weekend because I know you guys enjoy it and I know I enjoy it. And so that's still going to be part of the regular program. Is that what it's called? So don't worry, it's still gonna be there. And yeah, you guys will just see other video games. If you like that stuff, of course, go check those out. If you like the lore video, don't worry, I have not stopped making it. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button to catch up with the latest. For now, let's get going. Listen, I think Rogue is alright. She's not my type of girl per se, but I can see why mans be falling for her. She's the type to take control of a situation. She will get shit done. This is why she has become the queen of the Afterlife, known in Night City as the best fixer in town. Now listen, you don't get a title like that for being good at your job. You get a title like that for being the best there is. Now, usually I start these lore videos with some sort of backstory on these characters. But unfortunately for us, and honestly to my surprise, there isn't much on Rogue's character. I'm a little shocked this was the case. She comes up as a side character in the lore books, and that's it. Most of the things we get and most of the stuff I will be talking about is from the game itself. But with our skills of reading between the lines, we can infer and fill in much of the gaps that may be missing. I will do my best to give you guys a satisfying backstory y'all deserve. First, we could talk about her role in the game. Rogue is a special character because she is one of the few people in the story that switches it up. She goes from being a decent solo, and we see this because she does missions with Johnny. I mean, she did 2 missions with Johnny that we know of. We also know that she worked with Adam Smasher, so we know that she is at least a decent solo. And more importantly, we know she becomes the best fixer in all of Night City. I'm not going to explain what a solo is because I've done Adam Smasher and Morgan Blackhand, and if you want to know more about solos, make sure you check out the videos that I have linked in the description box below. So, what is a fixer's role? To be clear, you are the middleman, a person who was not cut out to be a corporate soldier or strong enough to be a solo. However, you have a knack for getting things people want, whether it be cars, weapons, and more importantly, jobs. If you played Cyberpunk 2077, you've encountered many fixers, from the shitty ones, aka Dexter Deshawn, to the ones with the best hairdos. Gotta give it to this man right here, because damn, that mushroom cut's ugly. To the more interesting characters like Regina Jones. They are the ones that give us the gigs or jobs that get us filthy rich. Fixers got pockets deep full of contacts, and this is how they get stuff done. And at the very top, the woman who does her job the very best, we got Rogue. One feature I loved about Rogue as a fixer is the time when you first meet her. You actually have to pay her a certain amount of eddies before she does something for you. That right there is an example of why she is the best. You know that saying, work smart, not hard? Yeah, she is that. If CDPR just utilized this idea a little bit more, the gameplay for Cyberpunk would be completely different. But that's neither here nor there. It's just unfortunate because it is actually a mechanic that is found in the lore. Fixers do not do things for free, so it's kind of odd that we have every other fixer in town who's just willingly giving us stuff, and it's kind of weird. So that idea of them making half the eddies and we only get a portion of the eddies made from completing a gig is kind of lost in context because we don't feel the effects of them taking a portion of our money. Another example I can say is when Dexter and V actually negotiate prices on how much they will make on that heist mission, but it doesn't happen again. So that is a mechanic that is completely overlooked, and I feel like they missed an opportunity there. As we play the game, we see how others view Rogue. Most people in the Afterlife view her as a boss, but others, like Panam, straight up hate her guts. Her closest circle in 2077 seemed to be just like two characters, which is Nyx and Andrew Wayland. Wait, is it Andrew Wayland? Yeah, Andrew Wayland. A far cry from her past group of allies. From 2013 to 2023, she was surrounded by more interesting characters. We know, of course, that Johnny and Rogue had a thing, and he's a legend. She seemed really chummy with Santiago, a nomad legend. Spider-Murph and Rogue looked like they worked on a few missions together. There was Shaitan, and we know that she knew Morgan Blackhand. This seemed like the golden age of Night City legends, and Rogue was right there in the thick of it. Speaking of her past, it was the Night City Holocaust, the nuking of the Arasaka towers in 2023, that officially retired Rogue from the solo lifestyle. Now, I know it gets a little bit confusing because it says that she retired after this event, but in the game we find out she does a mission with Adam Smasher, so maybe she retired and did that one last mission with Adam Smasher as a solo, but it's never really fully explained. Anyways, being part of this mission, the Holocaust, it traumatized her. Imagine being part of an attack that killed millions of people. And I like that this was used as a way for her character to retire being a solo. In the game, most people just seem to brush off this event as something that is quote-unquote normal. But Rogue was messed up from this event. This shows her humanity and how she values life more than, I don't know, let's say like Johnny. I think this is really important because we learn that she is not completely heartless, even though she may seem like a cold hard bitch. As for other important events in her life, like I mentioned, we find out as we play her side quest that she at one time worked with Adam Smasher. At first glance, this doesn't really matter, but if we take in the fact that she at one point had strong feelings for Johnny, things become a little bit more mucky. She only decides to help V in these side missions because V and Johnny tell Rogue everything. And honestly, I think she got guilt tripped. The way I see it, Rogue did something like this. After the nuking in 2023 and Johnny's supposed death in the hands of Smasher, the guilt of the millions of lives lost may have been enough for her to resent Johnny. Like, she hates the guy for having done something like that. Or maybe the event was a little bit more drastic than she thought it would have been. So anyways, when Smasher asks her to work with him out of vengeance or some sort of hatred towards Johnny, she agrees and says yes. However, she was not expecting that Johnny would come back from the grave, thus making her feel super guilty. She possibly loved Johnny. Then he was taken from her, and because of her anger she betrays him and works with Adam Smasher, only to find out that her past catches up with her many decades later. Wow, that's an emotional roller coaster ride right there. I feel though that it was her connection with all the other people in the past that helped her transition into becoming the best fixer in town. She worked with Adam Smasher at one point, so she has connections with people in Arasaka, The nuking of the towers in 2023 was technically a Militech op, so she has connections with Militech. We also know that she had ties with nomads because of how friendly and how close she was with Santiago. Overall, she was very, very well connected, and I believe this is why she became the best fixer in Night City. She got information from all over. Dirt on anyone you wanted, she has it. Whether it be the streets or from the corporal rats and even nomads, she has all the information. If you choose the rogue ending, technically she is able to make amends to Johnny. Kind of. But we all know good things never last forever. Unfortunately for Johnny, Rogue is killed by Smasher at the very end. This just highlights the full cycle of like karma. Everyone gets what's coming to them. Rogue, after betraying Johnny, gets killed by the hands of Adam Smasher. Smasher is ultimately killed by Johnny in V's body, and well, the rocker boy at the very end is left with nothing. Some honestly twisted Cyberpunk Romeo and Juliet going up in here. That's all there is to it. I mean, the only thing I can really add to Rogue's story is her kid. At first, I thought it was her and Santiago's, baby boy. But in the lore books, we find out that Santiago actually has a son, and he would be much, much, much older by the time 2077 hits. Rogue's kid, on the other hand, seemed like he was like quite young. By the way she talks to him in the end, almost like, oh, do this for me, honey. But it's not a way you would even talk to like a teenager kid. So I don't think that it's Santiago's kid by any chance. Of course, it could still be Santiago's child because we don't know where Santiago is. If you pick the nomad lifestyle, your character V has the option to talk to Saul about him, but nothing else is mentioned about him. So he could be like a Morgan Blackhand, kind of just MIA for all we know. But yeah, like I said, that's all we got besides like any more reading between the lines, which is again, her kid, her son. There's nothing else we can officially talk about. Of course, we can bring up the idea that she was jealous of Alt Cunningham because Johnny was, on and off with her, but nothing is, again, stated. Even if we try to read between the lines, it's not like Rogue helped Arasaka to capture Alt. It wasn't like that at all. She was kind enough to even help Johnny try to rescue her from her first kidnapping. So it's very interesting that they don't build on this character. And maybe this is why CDPR chose her character in the first place, to kind of showcase in the game, because she's a very, very simple, yet like there's some sort of lore behind her. So it's just enough information to keep us gamers going and kind of understanding the story without revealing too much or without breaking like the lore secrets of everything else they have in store for the DLC. But yeah, like I said, that is going to be it for me in this video. I feel like this is the longest outro I've ever done. If you guys like this video, of course, click that thumbs up. Like I said, I will be coming out with lore videos every weekend, so stay tuned for that. More Outriders is on the way, and there is going to be a surprise video coming out this weekend. So guys, make sure you're subscribed, stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.